go. Oklahoma versus Michigan has a great sound to it. Two legendary programs with a long list of achievements. But somehow, this is just the second time they've collided on a field and the first since the 70s. How cool to see these two uniforms together on a field. And welcome to Sooner Nation and the Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 21st ranked team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going.
And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Wolverines offense comes on the field to open this game. Kirk, in his quarterback's career, has been a mix of mistakes, but also stepping up in some big moments when needed.
Chris, this guy doesn't necessarily have the flashy skill set, but he's very consistent with what he does within this offensive structure. And the defense better be careful, because whether it's his legs or his arm, he can make you pay.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46.
That is exactly how you envision that first play going all week. You put it out there, you hope for a big play, and you hit it.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Trying to find some room. It's Haynes.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Throwing off play action. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He escapes the pocket. Here he goes. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Now, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line.
A deep shot toward the end zone. The ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. Powering through the defender. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Now, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
And the runner takes off to his right. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss. Rough start to the drive. They lose. Tailback with another carry. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. but here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give.
Looking deep down the left side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
The Sooners will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here.
Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Offense operating from the pistol. Looking to pass here on second down.
Caught over the middle.
It's Haynes. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
It's a quarterback keeper. Oh, what a move.
Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
Now they go with the option, and they didn't fool the defense at all. You know, this defense has worked all week on defending the option and being fundamentally sound. That time, really good job with assignment football. Nowhere to go in a very short game.
Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They bring him down after a short gain there.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground.
That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The Wolverines pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Ball handed to the running back. And the Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver.
Grab behind the line. It's Morgan. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Now, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
They face a 3rd and short on the 9th play of this drive. Can he make it to the marker? Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down. And the Sooners offense is back on the field.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
He's got it with room to run. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Sooners come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Bringing pressure. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Ott. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down. And the Sooners will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And there's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They're behind the sticks on second and long here from the 12. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. The sure hands. It's McCulley. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. The Wolverines will crank up the tempo.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Second down after the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. With the catch, it's McCulley. Breaks into the clear. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points Now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
The shotgun handoff here. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Pulls it in. It's Morgan.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff to the back. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down mark.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down and
on the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I guess that's modern college football. 3rd down in inches, you're throwing for it, and that play backfires in a big way. Let's not forget this one as this game moves along.
Pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field, going for it on 4th down. Design quarterback run. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks left and finds his target there. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
Oh, and he knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can he make something happen? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And a misfire there on the kickoff as he goes out of bounds. The kickoff heads out of bounds. The offense will begin from the 40. aggressive will they be on this first down play? To the air, it's Mateer. The receiver makes the catch. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Defense is coming after him.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Sooners will line up to boot it away.
Number 87 on to kick it away.
No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And the single back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll run it. Handed off to the running back. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. On to punt now for the first time today. And it's taken at the 45. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They're finally looking to click. This has been a struggle for both offenses so far. The offense with some pre-snap motion. On first down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and they get you the yards you need.
Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though?
He's in the clear.
They stop him, but it's a first down. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mateer. Trying to create here on the move. Pass block, can he get in? And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up for 1st down and goal.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation.
Touchdown, Sooners, to put them on top now.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal.
Boy, it's got to be so rewarding for an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open wide receiver.
And the Wolverines line up with a first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Stop for no gain. Defense very stubborn here down near the goal line.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Red zone's been a struggle. 3 points in 3 possessions down here. And they find the end zone on second and goal. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Offside. Defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. Another handoff to him on second and goal. They test the middle, but gets stuffed. That one goes nowhere.
Well, you lose the battle at the line of scrimmage here on second down to bring up this third down. Now as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
This defense is making it tough. Ball sitting at the 3. It's third and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll be brought down.
Well, they try to pound it in. They come up short. And now it's decision time for this offense on the road. Fourth down, critical moment. What will the play call be here on fourth down? Because they got to come away with it.
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, what about the mentality here from this offensive coordinator? Instead of throwing the football, they decide to get behind the offensive line, get physical with this defense, and pound it into the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
The Sooners come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The shotgun run call.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
And he keeps it going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
So now we'll have a field goal attempt. One of the biggest moments of this game so far.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And we are tied up now here in the 4th quarter.
And I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
Big tackle at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down.
Moves out of the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's not going to bring up 3rd down.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. On the move now. It's a sack. They've got it back at the 4-yard line. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Punt is away, but it's not very good. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Handoff taken, following the right tackle. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll feed the back again. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
A short completion of the tight end. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. What a moment for this kicker. A chance to put his team on top in the final minutes of this game. Knocks that one right down the middle. And with that, they retake the lead.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They come out down 3 with the clock running out of time. Can they make a play right now?
Ball handed off. That gain moves the ball out near the 25. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 33-yard line. This drive is going now. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now.
They look to throw it here on second down.
Looking to scramble. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They desperately need it.
Looking to throw it on third and very long.
Looking for a late deep throw. Oh, that one's picked off.
And it's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
There's the snap, then he just takes a knee.
Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched two really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you said slug it out. That's a first from you, but I agree. Two ranked teams going head-to-head. Really a fun game to watch, and now let's see how they respond after the results of this game. That could be very interesting to their season.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.